As the coastal patrol approached the peculiar azure vessel, they were unaware it would soon plunge them into a harrowing ordeal. The metallic blue craft had eluded their radar systems, and upon boarding, the guards set in motion a chain of events they were powerless to halt. As their own vessel approached, the crew realized the blue boat was far larger than they'd anticipated. Its unusual design, with few small windows and a baffling invisibility on their radar, heightened their curiosity. Despite its size, the boat remained stubbornly stationary. The captain, unnerved, ordered 2 crew members, including Brendan, to investigate. Brendan, hesitant but under pressure, stepped onto the blue boat. He was joined by JN, and together they peered through the tiny windows. The interior was shrouded in darkness, offering few clues. A thick, oppressive silence enveloped them, broken only by the gentle lapping of waves against the hull. The boat seemed to exude an eerie, unnatural stillness. A shiver ran down Brendan's spine as he imagined the unknown secrets hidden within the vessel's depths. The thought of what might lurk below the surface sent a cold chill through him. He couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, as if unseen eyes were following their every move. "We have to open it," Brendan insisted to his friend, pointing at the hatch. With a groan, the hatch swung open, revealing a dark, descending ladder. Fear gnawed at them as they peered into the inky depths, but the old sailor urged them on. "Go ahead, we've got your back." Reluctantly, they descended into the boat, a decision they would soon regret. "No one's here, so who was driving it?" John asked, bewildered. Brendan tried to radio their findings to the crew, but the connection was unreliable. A chilling creak echoed from above, and the hatch slammed shut, trapping them inside. Panic erupted on the coastal boat as they watched the hatch close. The captain desperately tried to contact Brendan and JN, but their signal had vanished. The 2 crew members were now completely isolated. Brendan and John scrambled up the ladder, their hearts pounding. They stared at their coastal boat, their last lifeline, as the blue vessel began to sink beneath the waves. Terror gripped them as they realized they were trapped, alone, in the depths of the mysterious, malevolent vessel. What the hell is happening? Brendan, his panic mounting, tried to calm his friend. Fear consumed them both, even Brendan, who struggled to maintain his composure. They pounded on the hatch, their efforts futile. Within seconds, the submarine was engulfed in water. A realization struck Brendan. This wasn't just a boat, it was a sophisticated submarine. He recalled its initial invisibility on radar, its camouflage, and its ability to block communications. This vessel was highly stealthy. But why? What was its purpose? The 2 terrified guards were about to find out. The submarine was moving towards an unknown destination, with potentially disastrous consequences. For now, Brendan and John could only wait. Their investigation led them to the main console, a relic from the 1980s with heavy buttons and exposed wires. It appeared to be inoperable. Just as they were about to give up, John pointed to a door. Together, they strained to open the door, but it resisted their combined strength. As they slumped to the floor, the submarine began to vibrate intensely, similar to the sensation when they submerged. This time, however, they were ascending. Brendan and John leaped to their feet and sought cover behind the console. As they watched, the hatch opened, and 3 burly men descended. The men carried large packages, their repeated trips suggesting a significant haul. What is this place, and what are they taking? Brendan wondered, his mind racing. The men were imposing figures, their activities raising suspicions. After 30 minutes of frantic activity, the men finished loading the submarine. The vessel was now empty, save for Brendan and John, who remained hidden. The men had left the hatch open, offering a chance for escape. Brendan led the way up the ladder. As they emerged, the coastal workers breathed in the cold sea air. They were adrift in the vast ocean, surrounded by 4 colossal pillars supporting a massive oil rig platform. No one was in sight, and returning to the submarine was not an option. Brendan and JN cautiously ascended the ladder connecting the submarine to the platform. A bustling scene awaited them. Workers loading boxes, machines transporting cargo. They managed to navigate the platform undetected, eventually witnessing the main event. Hidden behind a crate, they observed an older man, perhaps in his mid-60s. He was impeccably dressed compared to the others and received a stack of packages. The leader tore open the foil wrapping on one package, revealing a thick bundle of cash. Brendan and John realized they were witnessing a sophisticated criminal operation. The leader gestured for something to be brought forward. A knife was plunged into a package, and its contents adhered to the blade. The Coastal Guard's eyes widened. They recognized the substance as a type of powdered drug. Everything fell into place. This was an illegal trafficking ring operating with military-grade precision. The stealthy submarine, equipped with advanced technology, served as a highly efficient transportation vessel. The oil rig, strategically located in deep waters, acted as a remote command center and storage facility. The operation was meticulously planned, with layers of security and deception to evade detection. Brendan and John were witnessing a criminal enterprise of immense scale and sophistication. The realization filled them with a mixture of dread and determination. They knew they had stumbled upon a dangerous situation, but they were also determined to bring these criminals to justice. Brendan and John's hearts pounded as they realized they were caught. The well-dressed man's gaze was cold and calculating, and his eyes seemed to bore into their souls. They knew they were in grave danger, but they couldn't let the criminals get away. They had to act fast. Desperation fueled their courage as they scrambled to find a way into the control room. They searched for a hidden panel, a secret switch, anything that might grant them access. Time was running out. Suddenly, John spotted a small, inconspicuous button near the base of the door. With a trembling hand, he pressed it. A faint click echoed through the room, and the door creaked open. Relief washed over them as they slipped inside. The control room was a maze of blinking lights and complex machinery. They knew they had to shut down the submarine before it was too late. They frantically searched for the main power switch, their hands trembling with adrenaline. Finally, they found it, a large red lever mounted on the wall. Without hesitation, Brendan grabbed the lever and pulled it with all his might. The machinery groaned and shuddered as power surged through the submarine. The lights flickered and dimmed, and the submarine's engines slowly began to wind down. They had done it. They had managed to disable the submarine and prevent it from continuing its sinister mission. As the submarine drifted silently through the water, Brendan and John collapsed onto the floor, exhausted but triumphant. They had risked their lives to stop a dangerous criminal operation, and they had succeeded. Now they just had to hope that their team could find them before it was too late. The two Coastal Guards evaded the workers and seized control of the rig's main operating room. The immobilized ship and foiled smuggling plans fueled the criminals' frustration. Their attempt to break down the door was thwarted by the timely arrival of Brendan and John's crewmates, accompanied by police reinforcements. With no escape, the traffickers were easily apprehended. Brendan and John were hailed as heroes and released from the control room. This was their most significant bust, a thrilling conclusion to a day filled with danger and excitement. What are your thoughts on this thrilling story? Have you ever encountered a similar situation or witnessed something equally extraordinary? Share your experiences and reflections in the comments below.